Yo, what's up? It's will.i.am.
Taboo.
Apple the app.
And we the Black Eyed Peas. And we can't wait to come down under. Wow. Wow.
Right, Black Eyed Peas.
Yes.
So excited to have you guys on Sunrise.
Thank you.
We're just chatting, and I feel
On
like
where?
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Channel-
Oh, Sunrise.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just the best
Good morning.
show.
Morning show?
In breakfast.
Good
yeah,
morning.
Morning,
exactly.
y'all.
Black Eyed Peas, so great to have you on Sunrise. We're chatting, and I feel like you know more about Australia than many Australians. How many times have you been down under?
We used to go to Australia since 1998.
Yep.
And it was a place. The reason why it's so dear to us because the first place we ever had success, like a gold plaque, was from New Zealand and Australia.
Yep.
We
Yeah,
recognize
so-
talent. We just know when we see it before the world.
And we did a lot of touring as well, like with the Big Day Out back
And
when.
then Metro.
Metro. Yeah.
I love it. Well,
And then the Lawn Festival
Right.
in Falls.
Yeah.
So you guys have kind of grown up with us, and we love that. And you're about to be back in November. We're very excited to have you for the R&B Friday live concert series in November.
Well, it's funny because he always asks, like, yo, are we doing Australia this year? Right?
Yeah,
What
can't
do
wait.
you love about Australia?
I just like Australia. There's no specific thing. I just like the people there, how kind they are. I like the nightlife. When you could go to the clubs after one.
Before lockdown.
And
It's like lockdown. Like what lockdown? What's going on?
Right. And there's a lot of fellows,
Yeah,
right?
loads of fellows.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
time we went to Australia, he was like, "Hey, are you Pinoy?" They were like, "What's Pinoy? I'm Philo." He was like, "Oh,
Oh, Filipino.
That's a
Filipino.
short for Filipinos. Yeah. Fellows. Yeah. To all my fellows out there, we can't wait.
you remember Mooks?
Yes! Oh my gosh, this is like a flashback.
Mooks is from what city is Mooks from?
See, you know that.
Melbourne.
Melbourne has some great, and Sydney. We have some great fashion, some great things
Yeah.
going on. Now you're about to come out with R&B Friday live concert series, featuring some of the biggest R&B musical performers in the world. I'm assuming there are a few egos to deal with. How do you navigate that?
You know what? I mean, everyone has their egos for whatever reasons they have them. We tend to, not bring the ego, because
We go. We go and
we
rock
go,
hard,
no
you know
ego.
what I'm saying?
We go, no ego.
We got a lot of love for our brother in arms, hip hop legend 50 Cent, and the R&B queen herself, Janet Jackson, Jason Derulo.
Yeah. So,
Amazing.
Lorraine, if there's anybody that deserves an ego, it's Miss Janet Jackson. There's nothing wrong with just knowing that you're a freaking legend. There's nothing wrong. Like, if there's anybody that needs to be a diva, she could be a diva all she wants. She's part of the Jackson family. She's Janet Jackson.
Yep.
Her career, like I grew up
Watched her on TV.
watching and listening.
Yeah.
Come on, she was Penny.
Yep, Penny.
Amazing.
What?
No doubt.
She was in Fame.
You guys have become icons. Do you ever still get a little bit starstruck when you meet some of the other artists?
I'm gonna get starstruck every night when I'm around Janet Jackson.
Yeah, probably same here.
Now, is there anyone else on this tour that you're like, have you performed with them before, or is this going to be a first time for you?
We toured with 50 Cent
Yeah.
before in
And we
Italy.
did a song with 50 Cent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's done a remix for Boom Boom Pow.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the beat rock.
Yeah.
Now, I know that Australia is a bit of a wee trip on the plane. I'm so sorry that it's so far away.
No, it's
But-
cool. When we fly Qantas, we just sleep.
That's great. It's a great, flying there is a breeze. Coming
Yeah.
back it can hit you a little
No,
hard.
that
No,
means you
that's
just
cool.
party all night and then you sleep on the plane and you have your night's rest.
So this is how I need to beat jet lag, by not sleeping on the
You need to
normal
go
traditional
out.
I need to
Yeah.
go out. I need
See,
to
when you
party
go to
with the Black
Sydney,
Eyed Peas.
you need to come out with us. We're gonna go to the Ivy on a Friday night.
Friday.
On a Friday night, we're gonna go to the Ivy, and then boom, we stay up.
Do Aussie fans make it worth the journey?
Of course.
Yes.
It's been a while since we performed there. So I know they're excited to not only see us, but all the other artists that are going to be performing as well.
Do you notice any difference between fans of different countries? Obviously, you've just come back from Europe. Is there anything a little bit different about Aussie fans compared
Yeah.
to, say, America or anywhere
Yeah,
else?
in America, if you say footy to America, they're like, "What's footy?" Australia has footy.
So you-
Don't say soccer.
unless you're talking about soccer.
Or Australia rules.
Aussie rules. Love a bit of Aussie
Yeah.
rules. I feel like you guys really have a bit of Australian blood running through your veins. There's such a love and passion for it. Any favorite things to do in Australia?
Go out.
We go out.
Go out.
Do you go out? Like, are we going to see you when you're up there in November? Are we going to go, like, should we hit the night clubs and, like, check out, see if the... Like,
We're going
Yo.
out every night.
Get it ready. Get the table ready. Get the ropes. I mean, the VIP ropes.
Get the sushi ready.
Get the sushi ready.
When you said get the ropes ready, I'm like, guys, I don't even know what's happening.
Wow. It's true.
VIP ropes.
Very vague. Very vague.
I know, yeah.
I actually got to go to this.
No, that's why I changed it.
I got to go to
VIP
Aboriginal
ropes.
school when I was there
Oh, wow.
and visit the kids. It was called the Nomad Program. And as an Indigenous person myself, I wanted to kind of like get to know what it was all about. Aboriginal folks, learn about the history, the music, the instruments that they use. So that was cool. I went there in 2000 when we did the karaoke playing. When was that?
2011.
Yeah.
Now, in 2011, you guys took a break, and from there, a whole series of events occurred to you personally that affected you. Tell me a little bit about that.
So 2011, we took a break and we started doing individual projects. And I remember in 2014 having severe back problems, back pain. I thought it was just from wear and tear of touring. I also broke my tailbone in 2006, so I thought it was due to that. Went to the doctor, got diagnosed with cancer. Did chemo, extensive chemo for 5 days, 6 hours a day, 12 weeks, and fortunately I beat it. But it was trial and tribulation because the doctor was like, we got to do this chemo, but we're not sure if it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, we got to go into radiation. Fortunately, I made it. My brothers were there to support me, so I needed to go through my healing process. So they gave me time to kind of like, get it together mentally, physically. And then we started working on Masters of the Sun, which came out last year. That was around 2015, 2016 when we started working on it. And it was just good to be able to be back in that work setting, keep my mind off of the fact that I just beat cancer. I needed this livelihood that we've had since we were 19, because that's when we started the P's. And, that friendship and camaraderie is the thing that kept me championing that I was going to beat this.
Is there something even sweeter about performing and being on stage, as you say, with your brothers, having gone through that?
It is, I value life in a different way. I'm very honored and proud, and I value every moment that I'm on this earth because I was fighting for my life. Although it wasn't a severe form of cancer, it was still, IVs and chemotherapy and the whole nine. So nothing prepares you for that battle. Like I said, fortunately, they were there for me to support me. My family was there, and it made our bond stronger. So every time we step on stage, we're like, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see Taboo up on stage with that same energy. Actually, 100, 200 plus energy, and it just keeps you like really hyped up and lit up on stage. So Taboo the warrior.
It's amazing. We were chatting a little bit earlier, and you were saying how really the idea that you would be back on stage one day kept you going during the darkest moments.
Yeah. I mean, it's a natural thing to have the visual of like I gotta make it for my wife and my kids because that's automatic. But then knowing that my livelihood started when I became part of Black Eyed Peas when we were in 1995, and that's the thing that keeps me going: dancing, performing, rapping, writing songs. Like that's my livelihood. So while I was doing chemo, those are the things that I would think about to get my mind off of that trauma that I was experiencing. So when I told them that, like, yo, I want to be back on stage because this is my livelihood and this cancer is not going to stop me from getting back on that stage.
You had testicular cancer, and really a lot of people feel that they can't talk about that. They're embarrassed, especially people you were saying, in underserved communities. And so the fact that you're using the platform of is so inspiring. Is that something that's important to you?
It's very important, especially for males. I'm speaking on a male perspective. Sometimes we have a bravado or we're too macho to get checked or like, I don't need to go to the doctor. But in actuality, sometimes you got to listen to your body. And that's one important thing, something that I value. I took that for granted because I did not go to the doctor when my back was hurting. I did not check, my testicles to see if there was a abnormality or a lump or some form of hardness because that's how it happened. It started to decay and get all crazy with cancer. That spread to my 2 lymph nodes to my spine, creating the tumor that was 4 centimeters wide, 4 centimeters long. So I speak to everyone when I say, you know, don't ever take your health for granted, because health is more important than wealth. Because if you can't continue living, then what is it to make all this money and you can't even live to be able to see that, to enjoy it, you know? And that's the thing that I learned. I learned not to put anything before my health, because I pretty much was dying on that bed, mentally broken, physically broken, my spirit was broken. I just felt like a person that was not going to make it. But then my warrior spirit kicked in, and I said, you know what? Let's go. I got this.
I love that. Now, switching gears from that, music is really the soundtrack of our lives. Also the timeline. When I think of certain songs, it takes you straight back to that moment. I find it almost impossible to believe, but it's been 10 years since I've Got a Feeling came out. How have you changed, not only musically, but as people?
We've changed, you know. We're the same. Right? I could say that the way we are now is the same that we were when we first started the group, and that's just grounded. But of course we evolve spiritually, as men, as father. But we're fathers because of, you know, the kids that we take care of in the communities that we come from, with our schools and our obligations to bring opportunities to those that don't have, you know, a hand up. So I could say we've matured, but as far as the core essence of who we are as people, that's the same, because we keep each other grounded.
I definitely
and we get to use our platform to, you know, just like Will said, to provide, because I got to come to America because of someone else's generosity, and became a Black Eyed Peas. So it's always important for us to follow the footsteps of my adopted father, Joe Ben Hudgens, and now I'm following his footsteps, building schools in Philippines and providing opportunity and education, and as well as discovering new artists. I got to do the Voice Philippines, and we discovered this young talented lady named J. Ray Soul, and now has joined us on a couple of tours and featured on Masters of the Sun. So.
Yeah, and we're very thankful for Apple, because, you know, if he never came to America, Black Eyed Peas probably wouldn't exist, you know. And we love the philanthropic arm that Black Eyed Peas has been able to be of service throughout our years of, like, being a group. You know, we always use our platform, and it's a blessing to have different lanes and different avenues where we can provide that service.
Yeah, talking about, there's so many things that you touch on which were interesting. One is that, you know, you guys, when it comes to talent shows, you've been very involved. You're also in The Voice in Australia. What is it about these kind of adult talent shows that kind of speaks to you and makes you want to be involved?
You're being on The Voice UK for 8 years and doing that season in Australia was, it's been great to be around, you know, fresh, new, aspirational folks. Some older folks have had, you know, their run in the music industry, and they come on the show and they feel this is their last chance. So to give some type of advice to folks to see their dreams a reality, you know, I like lending that perspective to folks.
Yeah, I feel like whoever gets to step on our stage, they kind of reach, you know, part of their dream. You know what I mean? After they finish the show, especially in Philippines, they get to continue and have, you know, a job like singing, like throughout Philippines or sometimes even outside. So, and it's giving them a lane to, at least to reach a form of height in their career.
Your hit song, Where Is the Love, was reflecting on humanity after the 9/11 terror attacks. Right now in America, we're seeing unprecedented gun violence. We've had so many mass shootings. What do you think needs to be done?
You know, try to tackle like why someone wants to murder somebody, murder lots of people. I can't wrap my head around what's going on there. But if I look at other countries that don't have mass shootings, they also have stricter gun laws. So the weakest gun laws, which is the United States of America, just so happens to have mass shootings. So I think there's something there. And it's something that, I hope our country fixes sooner. So here we are in August, and there's been 3 mass shootings in less than 30 days.
Yeah.
Right? So that's insane. That's ridiculous. Had it been someone that's Arab that did the same things in America, there would be stricter gun laws. For example, you go to the airport because of 9/11, you have to take off all your clothes. Right, literally. They go through your bags. That law was put in place really fast. So I think I don't want to say that it's racial on why we don't have gun laws when the folks that are doing the mass shootings are not Mexican. They're rarely ever black. They're not Indian. They're not Middle Eastern. They're not female. The fact that, white males could go and shoot up schools, churches, and there's still no gun laws. But the same thing happened on a totally different level with planes going through buildings, and because of that, travel and laws around traveling have changed dramatically. So I don't understand if you do the count of how many people have died in America because of guns, it triples the amount of people, quadruples, 10 times fold, 100 folds the amount of people that passed away in 9/11.
Yeah, and also just adding on to that, addressing the mental health issues, because there are a lot of people who suffer from mental health, and whatever the trauma that you experience, I think more people are standing up and speaking out on that. A lot of it is like you got some screws loose or mentally not available to be present. I went through my own mental health because of my experience with cancer. It wasn't to that extreme, but I was still coping with something. So that's another thing that we need to address is mental health as well.
Yeah. And when mental health issues combine with easy access to guns,
correct,
maybe there's a problem in that. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's like asking a parent to pick their favorite child, but do you have any of your hits or songs that you're like, that's my favorite?
My favorite is Where's the Love, personally.
Yeah.
I love what it did for the world. I love that it changed our lives. It was the first song that internationally not only was successful in as far as being number one, but also just it struck a chord with people.
Yeah, that's great. What about you guys? Any favorites you're gonna claim?
I like I Got a Feeling.
Yeah.
Just because I like how it makes people feel.
Yeah.
To be able to go to like an all Muslim country and have folks in the audience say Mazel Tov L'Haim is beautiful.
I like Pump It. Bad show, good show. It always gets everybody up and, get involved and just party. So Pump It.
It's been said that tech is the new rock and roll, and I think for most musical artists it means that they might take a little bit of money, invest in some startups, and hope that they make more money from that than from their record deals. But for you guys, particularly you, it's serious business. What do you have in the works?
Oh, so yeah, I started a company 6 years ago, and we just have our head in the ground, building, natural language understanding, AI tools. For, the pivot took us to now we're providing services for businesses, opposed to, consumer. So that's what the company is focused on now, is just providing awesome technologies and intelligent computation systems for.
I feel like I need to take that outfit on, put like a white lab coat or something like that.
And also we got to utilize technology on our previous album, Masters of the Sun. We got to apply AR, augmented reality, and as well as virtual realities to be able to tell a story in a different way, in the comic book form, and as well as visual stimulation.
Yeah, we try to push the boundaries.
You really do. I mean, it's so interesting because I know when some performers are in concert, they ask their fans to put down their phones. But you guys are doing the very opposite of that, and you're saying, let's use some of the footage to create this kind of augmented reality. Tell me a little bit about that, because that's very exciting.
Yeah, put down your phone. We tell people to put their phones up. Like, I'm like, yo, put your phone in the air, turn your light on, film this moment, share this moment. You know, it's like, that's like, why wouldn't you want to be echoed? Why wouldn't you want? I mean, there's a time and place, but at a concert, the phone, yeah, that's the right time and right place.
Do you have personal rules? Because I know a lot of people have are trying to set some adult screen time rules because
when you go to a restaurant,
you
know what I mean, you don't want a restaurant on the phone all the time, especially with people you love.
Yeah, I actually did that yesterday with my wife and my kids. I left my phone in the car because I was like, I've been away for a while, so I want to focus on this moment and being present. And my son Jalen is like, Dad, I like that you're here, but you're not on your phone. And for my 10-year-old to tell me that was pretty dope. It means I've been on my phone too long.
And you know what? Go hiking, because you get no service, so you get to really hike and just focus on just the scenery and just walking a mountain.
Yeah, and there needs to be some phone etiquette, especially when you're in a restroom. If you see a celebrity in the restroom and stuff, don't ask for a picture.
And if you're eating and you're in the middle of a bite, don't ask for a picture.
Yeah. Oh, and also I don't mean to be rude, that doesn't really take away the rudeness anymore. I don't mean to be rude. Just say look, I'm a rude.
Yeah.
I want to take a picture. Just do that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait after that bite. I'm gonna let you drink some water, clean your teeth.
Yeah, especially if you see a celebrity going in the restroom and then they go into the number 2 stall. Don't wait for them to leave when they taking a doo-doo and you see the pants down to the ankles.
Oh no!
Everybody's uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Nobody wants that.
Public safety announcement. Has this happened to you? Have you had that happen?
No, I've been in the stall and I'm using the restroom. I whip it out. I'm doing pee. Somebody's right next to me. They're like, "Oh, so will.i.am? will.i.am? No way, will.i.am? Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, my thing's in my hand, bro. Your thing's in your hand, bro.
Yo, you're on my shoulder right now, son. Watch them hands. Son.
will.i.am? Is that you being right next to me?
You're such a big artist.
You want to compare? No, I'm kidding.
I have to say, I'm very happy doing a British accent, not Aussie accent, because we would never be.
That's my UK. will.i.am? Oh my gosh, I'm taking a piss right next to you.
We would never.
Can't believe it.
We would never be that rude. We would never be that rude. Yeah. But if you are going to do this, when you're down under in, so pardon the pun, when you're in Australia in November, if fans do want to take a photo with you, they should just own the fact that it's being rude and be like, I'm just going to be.
No, we take pictures. We take pictures.
Just pick the right time.
Not in restrooms.
Yeah,
not
no restrooms.
Not eating. No restrooms. And nothing that sounds like rest. Restaurants.
Or
Clubs, yes, all day. You know what I mean? Shopping, yeah. Shopping, yeah.
Walking, yeah.
Walking, yeah. In the gym, no.
Gym, gym.
Come on, man. I don't even got my outfit on, bro. Come on.
I'm all sweaty.
That's why I'm in the gym trying to look good. You know what I'm saying? That's my most vulnerable time.
They often say, a lot of female celebrities will say, it's a lot of pressure to always look good. For women, there's hair and makeup and all of stuff. Do you guys, you're talking about not having your outfit on at the gym? Do you feel like there's a lot to, when you're the Black Eyed Peas, do you have to have your game face on?
No, I mean, we're super low key.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really, I don't really care. Well, here's what I hate the most. Somebody notices you, but the older person doesn't. And they're like, "Who's that?" And they have to ask somebody. And they say, can I take a picture? I was like, you don't even know who the hell I was.
It's for their grandchildren, guys. It's for the grandchildren, okay? It's trying to get some cred with some of the younger members of their family.
It's hard sucking in your
I
stomach
don't
the
know
whole
who you
time.
are, but I want a picture.
That's so funny. That's so funny. I won't go much longer, but I want to talk about just arriving at this amazing, I don't even know what to call it, office space. And I said, it feels like the future.
That's what it's called.
What is this? It is literally like going onto like a spaceship or some futuristic kind of artistic laboratory.
Yeah, so this is our lab. This is where we create, have our meetings. It's ground. This is our like Jedi Council hub.
Literally.
Yeah.
And what do you have going on in the different pods in this?
So we have recording studios, editing facilities, art department,
Video sound stages.
or wardrobe for costume design, app development. We have like our developers den,
Graphic design.
I feel like so many artists are just musicians. They're just, but there seems to be no area that you're not taking on and dominating.
Yeah,
in.
we don't do ballet. I don't have like a ballet thing. We don't have that. There's certain areas we stay away from, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no tutu for me.
I'm glad that my 5-year-old daughter will be very happy that Black Eyed Peas haven't dominated the tutu
we don't
scene.
discriminate because we love and appreciate the dance community. So ballet, what up? You know, you do your
love
thing.
ballet.
Jazz dancers, do your thing.
You guys sound very afraid. Would you get a backlash from saying that you don't wear a tutu?
No, we just want to just make sure that the people like, what do you mean, will.i.am?
Yeah.
You're not down for the splits and the toe pose.
Right.
Guys, I am so excited to have you. Anything that is on your bucket list for what you haven't done or you want to revisit when you're back in Australia?
Oh yeah, I want to go when I go to Melbourne. I want to go down to the Foxes, the racetrack, and see their kangaroo zoo.
One of the things that we haven't done as a unit is go to the Outback.
Yes.
We never did the Outback, huh?
Yeah, I want to do that.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I want to go in the center of Australia to see the stars. Apparently, you can see like a whole bunch of stars, right?
You can, because most of the interior of Australia is got no people and nothing that blocks your view of the stars with
Is it
pollution
true that
or
there's an
lightning.
alien base in the center of Australia?
There are rumors of such a thing, by the way. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are rumors.
That's cool.
Yes. Well, guys, on that,
Catamaran surfing. I want to try that.
and the beaches, and the coffee, and the breakfast. I'm just getting a little bit homesick talking about it.
Yeah, I want to go to Byron Bay.
Yes, you would be.
I want to go by the rocks and have like some lunch by the
Let's
rocks.
go hiking.
Go.
Yeah.
Leave the
Get on
phone
that
today.
bridge.
Have you done the
that
bridge? Have
bridge?
you been in the Sydney Harbour Bridge yet?
We haven't.
No, I haven't
No.
done that.
All right,
That
we've got
bridge
to.
is
Can you lose weight on that bridge?
Wow.
Depends if you don't eat that day.
I never went to the Sydney Opera House either.
Oh wow, you have to
Whoa.
go there.
One day we want to have a concert in the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah.
Like, imagine going and staying in Australia
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks and we're there every day because it's quite small, like
Yeah.
3,000
Yeah.
people, right?
Ooh.
Like a
Awesome.
residency.
You mean Sydney?
No, Sydney Opera House.
Yeah, it's an intimate venue, but still large enough for it to, and it has wonderful acoustics. It would be an
Yeah.
incredible place for
Yeah.
you guys.
All right, get it together.
Guys, thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure chatting with you. You really do keep it real, and I sense this brotherhood amongst you. So it's been fun to sit down and get a moment of your time. Thanks for being on the show.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.